Goombata presents The Story of Meyer Lansky. Brought to you by Screw Magazine. Meyer Lansky was a Jewish-American organized crime figure who rose to prominence in the mid-20th century. He was born Meyer Lansky on July 4, 1902, in Grodno, then part of the Russian Empire, now modern-day Belarus. Lansky immigrated with his family to the United States in 1911, settling in New York City. Lansky became involved in criminal activity at a young age, running errands and participating in small-time hustles on the Lower East Side. He formed a close relationship with future organized crime figures such as Lucky Luciano and Bugsy Siegel, and the three became known as the Little Jewish Gang. In the 1920s and 1930s, Lansky established himself as a major figure in organized crime, operating numerous illegal ventures including gambling, loansharking, and prostitution. He was also involved in the development of the National Crime Syndicate, a consortium of organized crime groups from across the United States. Lansky's criminal empire extended beyond the United States, with operations in Cuba, the Bahamas, and Europe. He was particularly known for his control of the gambling industry, including the construction and management of casinos in Havana, Cuba, before the Cuban Revolution in 1959. Despite his criminal activities, Lansky maintained a low profile and was able to avoid significant legal trouble for much of his life. He was indicted several times, but was able to secure acquittals or have the charges against him dropped. In the 1950s and 1960s, however, Lansky's luck began to run out. He was targeted by federal law enforcement, including the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and was forced to flee the United States to avoid arrest. Lansky lived in Israel for several years, but was unable to obtain citizenship and eventually returned to the United States. Lansky was arrested in 1972 and charged with tax evasion, but the charges were later dropped. He was able to avoid prosecution for the remainder of his life, but his health declined in his later years and he died of lung cancer on January 15, 1983, at the age of 80. Lansky's legacy as a major figure in organized crime has been the subject of much debate and speculation. Some view him as a ruthless criminal who used violence and intimidation to control his empire, while others see him as a shrewd businessman who was able to navigate the complex world of organized crime to build a successful criminal empire. Regardless of one's perspective on Lansky, it is clear that he was a major figure in organized crime in the mid-20th century and had a profound impact on the development of organized crime in the United States. His story highlights the brutal realities of organized crime and the lengths to which individuals will go to achieve power and control. In conclusion, Meyer Lansky was a significant figure in organized crime, with a criminal empire that spanned the United States and beyond. Despite facing numerous legal challenges, he was able to maintain a low profile and avoid prosecution for much of his life. Lansky's legacy continues to be the subject of much discussion and debate, with some viewing him as a ruthless criminal and others as a shrewd businessman. Regardless of one's perspective, Lansky's story provides insight into the complex and brutal world of organized crime and serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of unchecked power and greed. Smash the like button and subscribe.